We have many stories here.
No, sir. We're looking for records.
Ah, records. What kind? We have many.
Uh, uh, and she turns to Helico.
Looking at records of all the residents have been living here in the past, since the founding of this place.
The founding. Oof.
Mm.
We're going back for a while. But they're over here. He leads the party downstairs into a large room into a large room full of more cabinets. And on each one is marked like date to date. Yeah, there's a lot of records.
Okay, can y'all still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
So as you look over it, he looks at the three of you. Is there someone in particular you're looking for?
Ren?
The Tinkerer, who went missing.
Ren. I'm sorry, I will need a last name as well. There are quite a few Wrens, though not many Tinkerers. Did he have a last name?
Don't remember. She looks at both Icarus and Helica. Should we just look?
Well, we're here, so might as well. Give us all the rings that you have, and we'll pour through them.
He just gestures at the files. There you go.
Thank you.
Just do be careful with them. They're quite old.
We'll make sure to handle these with the utmost care.
I think I'm gonna sneeze. And she
Helica
turns around.
covers your mouth with her cape. You can sneeze or choke.
I'm so sorry. It's so dusty in here.
And then the cape was on fire.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's evil.
Hawk, could I roll something to see if I can remember the guy's last name?
Sure, roll history.
Because I know that I had heard of him, so...
You know, Charlotte, this Elia... Oh, go ahead, Hawk.
No, you wouldn't know his last name.
Yeah.
I don't like doing this, but sorry for being so hard on you earlier because you can't remember anything. I think just getting that note from Finn and breaking my heart has made me I'm going through a bit right now. I guess I'm a bit just angry at myself for letting myself be taken advantage, I think, of. But we should find this Rin, and then when we do, we get your memories back, and I'll have my friend back, and we can go and have tea together.
Friendship ended with Arafin. Now my best friend is Charlotte.
I don't get it.
It's a
Charlotte
meme. Don't worry about it.
Looks back and look, I've never even had real friends besides animals of the forest. But let's just say I'm very flattered and grateful. But yes, we should get to work.
All right. Helica gets out her spectacles and puts it on and adjusts it with the Gucci frame. Okay, well, let's see what we have here.
Ye old Gucci.
Yeah.
Ye old Gucci frames.
What the hell?
Force the truth. Tis the Gucci Gang. The Gucci Gang. The Gucci Gang.
What?
God.
So, Mr. Rolls.
All right. I need all three of you to roll investigation, please. This isn't gonna determine whether you find any info. It's just gonna say how long it takes.
Oh, oh my goodness. No, the Gucci didn't help.
I was gonna say they just
Oh.
look good. They just look good.
These aren't reading glasses. These are just for style. Oh my goodness.
God, they're too stylish. They're distracting everyone
It's
else.
the wrong description.
I'm confused.
I'm just so tempted to pull a Shinzo here. And then Helica remembered she can't read.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
She's
that's
probably in some
mine.
weird.
She remembered that these are sunglasses,
Yeah.
but not having tinted lenses, they were just painted black.
Yeah.
It takes the party a while, especially Helica, who was looking in the complete wrong section. But eventually had, and I'm gonna try to put this up here real quick. There were 4 members of the Brune family. You find this family through Ren, R-E-N-H, who is recorded in the Saltmarsh records as a prodigal tinkerer. And like in the margins it says artificer? ? But next to them they also have the name as their daughter, Chantel Brune.
Chantel. Charlotte,
Yes?
does Chantel ring a bell in your mind at all?
Say that again?
Chantel.
She looks at you as if, like, I can see your mouth moving, but it's kind of hard to make out what you're saying right now for some reason. It's so odd. Say it again, one more time.
Chantel, can you not? You can hear everything else but when I say Chantel.
Yes. You're speaking fine, and then suddenly it's silence. That's odd.
Oh.
According to the records, as Ikarath keeps reading, Tano and Hoang Brune immigrated to Saltmarsh back when soon after the village was originally founded. They brought with them their young son and had a daughter while living in Saltmarsh. The group of them registered themselves with the village as with the last name Brune, but it is marked in the official records that wasn't their original last name. They just chose not to use it. There's also a couple of sketches of the family together, and the young daughter in that picture looks remarkably like Charlotte, just younger and a little less developed.
Well, Ikarath would hold it up and kind of compare and be like,
It's Ren! And me! And mother and father?
yeah.
Oh.
Is that really mother and father? Why are their faces so blurry to me? Is that picture clear? Or is it been erased?
The picture is old, but still clear to the others in the party who are looking at it.
She rubs her eyes and just looks closer. All I can really clearly see is brother's face. And you do notice that Ren does remarkably look not exactly like Shinzo, but he has long hair. All of the members of the family do have very long hair that is black.
Hmm. So, is there an address or anything?
The address in the records is marked as a like one Forest Way, and then like underneath it, it's just like there's an underline, and then it says follow the road south to the forest on the edge of the mere. They are the first house right outside the woods.
Hmm.
Well, we're one step closer, I'd say.
Would that general location be something that we remembered going towards or being around?
No.
Okay.
Because also these records are like 80 years old.
Fair.
Jesus criminy!
Hmm.
By Paylor's ballsack!
So
By fucking Tiamat's dry.
Don't.
Well.
go, go ahead.
Not
Go
gonna finish
ahead,
that.
Bean. Go ahead, Bean.
So, this record that you're both reading, why is it so blurry to me? But it seems like you can read it. What does it say, at least from what I can know?
I can't read it. Ikarath can. I'm just pretending to look like I know what I'm doing.
Oh, well, Sir Igrath, would you mind?
At this point, the group would notice Shinzo walking down the stairs and into the big dusty room with another man garbed in bizarre blue attire with white stripes along it.
Shinzo's got new company.
Yes.
For those of you who haven't ever seen Jace, I will get a picture of him.
Well, to answer your question, Chantel, Charlotte, this is the Brune family. You know your brother Ren, and those parents. Well, the other thing that's strange is that it doesn't appear as though Brune is actually the last name here. It's what they
Brune?
chose, but it's not the original last name. That's the thing that I'm sort of getting caught on here.
Oh, I see. Well, she looks over at the papers and she says, it's strange. Certain things are so blurry, but others are quite clear. When you say Brune, I can hear that normally, but when Helika told me what my name was, it was odd, like I can't even hear what she was saying. That's so strange. My mind is a bit. Is that normal? Am I mentally sound?
You're
Probably
bewitched.
not.
You're just bewitched, dear. That's all.
Could be what was powering you is sort of blocking what you can see or hear, or basically sort of convincing you of what you can hear, or that type of deal. Could be suggesting something different than what you should be able to.
And
Excuse
oh,
me.
yes.
You see the tall guy in a blue and white outfit step forward. Hi, my name is Jace. I've been brought here to try and help you.
She kind of shakes a bit nervously, but she looks back and is like, "Goodness, are people of this village all quite uh eccentric? I guess. Yes. Sorry.
No, I am a wonderful curiosity. But I do appreciate being called eccentric. It's quite a lovely reprieve from the things I'm usually called.
Oh, well." And she looks back over to Shinzo now. Uh, you weren't here this morning. Where were you?
I
How do you
went
know
to.
we were here?
I just know things now. Let's just keep it simple.
Okay, then. She turns around to everyone. So, you're here to help us?
Yes, I am. My name is Jace Balerin. I'm a mind mage.
Mind mage.
Yes. From what I heard when we walked in, it sounds like you have some sort of enchantment that is blocking your perception. I'd like to ask the rest of you some questions about her before I actually do anything.
Oh man. Elika gets out her peace pipe.
Uh, Sir, his eyes glimmer. Ikarath, you mentioned that she had some sort of entity powering her prior to this transformation.
Yes.
Was she was she divinely empowered, or was she making a pact?
I believe she made a pact with a quite powerful entity.
Do you have any idea of the identification of said entity?
Well, if we are correct here, it is the Baba Yaga.
He nods, like just steadily staring at you. I'm not from this world. I have no idea what that means.
Oh, well. Allow me just a moment to tell you a little bit about the Baba Yaga. And he would explain everything that he knows about it.
He nods, and you see a small notepad float out with a pen, starting to write down notes as Jace thinks about it.
Very cool.
All right, Miss Chantel, I believe.
Miss who? Are you looking at me or the miss next to me?
Miss Charlotte.
Oh, yes, me. Well, supposedly.
He twirls his hand, and a couple of stools slide over from the corner. He sits down on one and invites Charlotte to sit down on the other.
Okay, I'll sit here. She sort of scuffles in, takes her hair out. It's quite long. Okay.
Like I mentioned when we first met, I am a mind mage. I have the power to read people's minds and to look into their thoughts. I would like to use this power to try and figure out what sort of enchantment is keeping you from seeing your family or hearing your name. Is that okay with you?
Alright, but are you sure? Last night I couldn't sleep very well. What you might see might be disturbing. It disturbs me.
You can tell he's trying not to laugh, Miss Charlotte. I can guarantee you, I have seen far, far worse than anything you can imagine.
Oh, if that's the case, she closes her eyes and balls her hands into fists, really tightly. Then just get it over with.
Would you like me to put you to sleep?
That might be good.
I can do that. Miss... His eyes glimmer again as he looks at Helica. Miss Helica, would you mind holding her steady?
Mm. She puffs on her peace pipe and yeah, she puts it down and gently goes over and holds Charlotte carefully.
Jace waves a hand over Charlotte's forehead. Blue streamers of energy flow into her third eye as Charlotte is immediately knocked out. Jace puts both of his hands on gently over on either side of her head, gently pushing his two fingers into her temples. The rest of the party can see blue energy starting to gently flow around her head, like a crown of bluish light. Oh, wow, there is a blocker on her. Very powerful one. Perception blocker. She's being forbidden from understanding who she once was because I would guess that this Baba Yaga individual wants her to be the granny that Shinzo mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Is there any way to reverse or break this, whatever she's under?
Well, I mean, yes, but only if you're okay with her being comatose for the rest of her life.
Ah, that's the caveat.
Indeed. Mind magic is a very, very tricky thing.
So, what do we do?
What I can do is break part of it. I can let her remember what she did in her previous form. She still won't be able to see her family, and it'll take her some time to adjust to all the new memories, but she'll have them.
Why can't she see her family?
Because that part of it is the tricky one. It's bound into the deepest part of her psyche.
So you're saying she'll never be normal again?
She made a deal with some kind of powerful entity. She was never normal. But if she can find a way to break that deal, or overpower the entity that gave it to her, well, that's a different story.
Well, I would say that do as you must, and
Well,
we'll.
I'm not going to do it without her permission. I've done that way too many times in the past, and it always ends badly.
All right.
He takes his hands away and rubs the back of his neck. And with another wave of his hand over her head, the sleep spell is dispelled. And she wakes up.
Oh. She blinks rapidly and just pops her head up. Is it over?
Yes, it's over.
Do I know who I am?
That one's going to be much harder to deal with. Whoever in your life before this, you made a pact with a very powerful entity. Whoever that entity is doesn't want you to remember who you once were. They've put a memory spell deep into your mind. You'll never be able to see the faces of your family or hear your own name.
So...
Unless you manage to find this entity and kill them. Or have them break the spell themselves.
I don't want to kill anyone. I couldn't do that. Why did they do that? If I just asked them, would they? Why would someone as just harmless and I guess I couldn't see myself as a danger.
If only you knew what you are capable of. If only you knew how many lives you snuffed out with your thunder.
Lives? You're telling me I'm a murderer?
No, not entirely. But what our dear friend is suggesting here is you won't be completely free of this thing, but you'll have your memories and you and that is going to be needed in going forward, because in order for you to become truly free from this curse, you must go and stomp out Baba Yaga's life and then eat her heart.
Stomp out life? Eat heart?
With your consent, of course. Just give Jace the word.
If you really want to, go fucking brutally murder a god. Only if you want to.
I have actually been sitting here thinking, should I have Shinzo just like go run right through the door and just charge down yelling out, Baba Yaga?
Oh no, he's...
I was like, no, let him stay there.
Charlie takes a deep breath. Learning more about what I might have been and who I was, it seems to have been a great influence on you all. And for what I am now, as meager as I am, she has a moment of silence before she speaks again. Right. I have to... If this isn't me, what I am now, I can't be settled with that. It would be best if I remember. Please, and she goes up to Jace, with her hands clasping his. You will help me, right? With this, I don't even know. She lets go and turns around. This illness? This curse? Memory block? If it helps everyone, if I make this world a better place, being who I was, then so be it. You have my permission.
He nods slowly. I swore an oath to help people. I intend to keep it. You might want to relax. This is going to hurt a lot. He reaches up and gently puts his hand on Charlotte's head with his palm right over her third eye. Blue energy starts to swirl around him, forming into runes, as he raises his other arm and smacks it down on the back of on the back of the one touching her head. As it does, all of the runes come down at once, smash into her mind like a fucking drill, and shatter part of the memory blocking spell.
Ow!
Ow. What happened?
Ow! What the hell was that?
That was loud.
Ah! That
Excuse me.
actually
can I
hurt.
Can I please have a refund on my ears?
No.
I don't. Ow!
All right. So as the rest of the party sees this happen, Jace steps back and kind of motions for the rest of the party, like, you might want to step back too. As Charlotte slumps to the ground, spasming and twitching, as all of the memories of her being evil granny come flooding back into her mind.
is twitching. But her mind is going blank. There is a oh, Elika, where was the suit that I was holding?
Oh, you're back. You're back. Is it you?
Wait, where am I? This place is awfully dusty. Did I get too drunk and you just left me in such disciplined dump? Or am I just...
Oh, seems like it worked.
Mr. Jace, your power
She stands up immediately.
is staggering. You brought her back. You really did.
Oh, you're welcome.
Who are you? Who is these people? Where is everyone else?
You don't remember me, do you?
Of course I know who you are, dear Helika. And all the other children, here's Shinzo Mikras, but where is Amo? Where is all the others? The orc one, the one that's just,
They're-
oh yes. Wait, my hands, they're not.
Jace,
She goes to sit back down.
Jace holds up his hands and swirls them out, creating an illusionary mirror that shows her a reflection of herself.
Oh, that's right. Great Mother gave me a reward. She goes, where's my basket? Give me it. Quick, I need
It's actually
my keys.
back at the inn.
Shit. Well. Oh, dear mother.
Do you care to tell us, or do you remember what the chicken foot was doing in the basket?
It's my keys to my home, of course.
Oh,
Ah. Now it all starts to connect. Great.
Oh, I've heard of weirder keys.
Oh, goodness, I've left Violet out there for goodness knows how many days. Oh, the responsibilities of an old woman like my... I'm not even old anymore, this is foolish. This is terrible. Ah,
You know, as
goodness.
terrible as it sounds, the past couple of hours have been much more difficult as well, so.
yes,
Difficult.
but we...
How so? Wait, she sits down properly now. Please regale me with what has just happened and why I am here and we're all here.
And so the party tells her the last session.
And that's what happened.
And that's why Jace is here.
Hello, I am the best planeswalker.
Oh. Well, Jace. Oh, why would you bother to help me, of all people? I think it's probably best that you hadn't. But, well, now
Maybe.
that you're here,
Maybe.
and
Maybe
everyone
not.
else is.
To be honest, I helped you because the conundrum sounded interesting.
Well, that's enough reason. I do the same myself. Well,
He gives her a nod and a grin.
she just looks back. Oh, Angelica, please, please tell me that, well, with my visage now, nothing weird has happened to me, right? You've been taking care of
No.
that.
I've made sure. Now, what we have to do next, well, after you rested up and you got yourself and your bearings and all that, we need to also, when we have the free time, figure out how to track down your mother. She put in air quotes, and see what we can do about that situation. I don't wager we're strong enough now to have audience with her, but soon enough we will. After I have my ascension, you see. But we'll talk about that another time. Maybe we should go and see what the others are up to.
Perception.
Miss. Oh, okay.
Like all of you, roll perception. Shinzo, upon Helica, well, Shinzo and Ikarath, upon Helica saying her ascension, the two of you, well, and Helica, would notice Jace's eyes briefly flash blue.
Uh-oh.
What is going on, Jace?
Nothing.
But your eyes,
Hmm.
the blue.
Yeah, I know. Aren't they pretty?
That's just the way they look, Shinzo. It's
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Yeah.
I've drinking too much mead lately. That's probably my bad.
So, Mr. Jace,
Yes.
you've been such a grand help. But would it be a bit too much to bother you further for any way that we could somehow? Well, you wouldn't know how to get in contact with a Baba Yaga is only something I would consider of a demigod. You wouldn't know any way we could somehow hold audience.
He shakes his head. No.
Ah,
Demonology isn't my specialty. I knew someone who specialized in that, but they're not around anymore.
Well, the only way to ask Great Mother's presence is to write a little invitation and to go to the right place.
well,
I just realized chat can't call Charlotte creepy granny anymore. Now she's just creepy mommy.
oh yeah, that's true.
So she went from being from pretty much any fairy tale to Promised Neverland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see Charlotte really going the route of who's the one witch from the Black Cauldron Disney movie? What was her name again?
oh, I can't think.
But you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Bean,
Helica.
Bean, I have a request.
My friend in my chat
Yes.
is just laughing our ass off at both.
Bean,
Aren't they
could you
pretty
please say
from
ara
Jace?
ara in Charlotte's voice?
Fine for the fans. All. Ara ara, nandeshouka?
There you go, you thirsty bastards. Alright.
Alright, but now, back to business. I would surmise that to the forests. You did say that the others were looking for where I used to live, right?
Yes. And on that note, Charlotte, I do have a question. You
Okay.
say that basket had the keys to your home. Are you referring
Yes.
to your home or something that would connect us to your mother?
Well, if you would all like to go visit my little hut on the outskirts of the woods, then sure. But I don't believe it's the same place as where I used to be.
Okay.
Well, let's go and have a visit to your home.
It's been a while since I've had visitors like you. Usually I just have Violet now. She probably would be at home. Still taking care.
Good. Grabs you by your waist, pulls you close. Let's go then, and
Are
heads
you
on
sure
out.
that's not you fangirling?
Superman!
Helen, touch you.
Although I will admit how she said the all
As
that
that party
very good.
rushes out, well, as Helica and Charlotte rush out back towards the inn to collect her basket, as Ikarath and Shinzo are about to head upstairs, Jace would grab both of them telekinetically. That Helica woman mentioned something about an ascension. Do you know what she means?
I have no idea, to be honest. Do you?
I have a touch of an idea. I'm not totally positive.
Out of character, we all canonically know that she wants to become a fucking lich. She showed us the scroll.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, but Shinzo wouldn't have any knowledge of that. Shinzo has no knowledge of magic, so he doesn't even know what a lich is, really.
My character
Probably for the
heard
best.
stories of liches, but doesn't. I don't think I've seen that. So
Yeah, you gotta remember,
I don't know
Shinzo
shit.
spent his whole life as a slave and just fought in an arena pretty much his whole life. He doesn't know anything of magic or anything. So.
All right.
Yeah.
As if Ikarath would say that to Jace. Yeah,
I believe that Helica has intentions of becoming a lich. And he kind of grins.
Oh, know that.
Oh, thank goodness. Just a lich. Good.
What were you thinking, Jace?
The last time I heard someone referring to their ascension, they killed almost half a plane.
Of plane. What about
We're
an
far
entire
away.
one?
Shoot.
I don't think we're far away, aren't we? We're like down the street.
Yeah, you're down the
I was
street
gonna
by
say,
this point.
Well, Helica, what do you make of it?
Jeez. Oh, of what?
Of your goals. I mean,
My
we all
goals?
do.
What do you wish to know about my goals?
Just to know why would you want to become a ritual thing?
Oh, you remember that, huh? You know, I know you often hear me wax poetic about being back in the deserts, but trust me, that's nothing. What I want is to have no ceilings. You see, my father's, rest his dear horny heart, is a kind man when he wants to be, but with
Oh yes, it runs in the family. I know.
Oh.
Touching you.
Yes. But I'll tell you what I'm planning. When I ascend, I'm planning to take the throne and listen. This is years in the planning. When I take the throne, I'll have his soul rended from his body. I'll make him into a mummy and then have him as a general in my army. What I want to be done, I want a chrome pyramid to be built. I will use the greatest magics. That way I shall propel that pyramid to space. And it will be an arcology where I could have our people live on planet to planet to planet to planet. But that's going to be, it will not happen if I stay in this current form I'm in. You see, I have big lofty goals, something that will take years into planning, and I know it's a lot to dump on you, but hey, it's simple. And I also want to see what's out there. Kind of simple as that.
You know what? That wasn't that hard to imagine. Sounds
Yes,
strikingly familiar to something.
my
But her
father wouldn't
fate.
let me. I'm telling you, if he only knew my plans, I would be cast out and I'd have to go live in the disgusting streets of Waterdeep, the slums, and then to deal with that Volotop. I hate him. But anyway, we need to go. Where's that house of yours again?
And so we're walking down the path that
Hang on.
turns.
Hold up. Did you just call Volo a thought?
Yep. and Jarlaxle, because and Monsoon at some point, but that's another story.
Oh my god! I can't breathe! Oh my god! Fucking beautiful! Oh, Jesus Christ!
I had to do it to him.
Yes, you did! Yes, you did! Oh, alright. Please continue.
As we're walking, Sean sort of nods and says, "We do have very familiar, well, similar goals in mind, but it's not really my father per se, also mother.
Mm.
She,
Your mother, or this granny Yagap mother? That or which one are we talking?
Oh my god, Baba Yaga is her godmother.
Oh yeah, fairy godmother.
Ha! I got it!
I won't tell you that one until later." But she sort of whistles out in the midst of the forest in the outskirts. And she takes her key out. And
Before you actually reach the forest, I would like to do the forest party's roleplay and have the rest and like have the whole group meet up there.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright. So Sorok and fucking Bigglesby's owner,
Ah, yes, Bigglesby owner.
Amo. B-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you two are the B team. Ha! As the two of you approach the forest, following an actual road that is marked as Forest Way, you can see off in the distance is the lumber camp that you rescued a bunch of lumberjacks for. It's fairly busy today, but they all seem a bit too busy to pay y'all any mind. As you approach down the road, you realize that it ends pretty quickly and just leads straight into the woods. And after a little while of walking through this,
I would have stopped to say some things before we left the road.
Okay.
So, Rock,
Yeah.
how much do you know about Fae?
Elves. That's about it.
I know a lot of stories. I've learned a lot more dealing with Bigglesby and them druids. And I've learned 3 ironclad rules. 1. never give them your name. 2, don't eat their food. 3, never, ever trust a fae.
Okay, 1, does that include elves? And 2, does that mean I can't announce myself how I usually do, which is Captain Sorok?
Yes. Well, no, and then yes. The elves, I don't think they count. I don't know too much about them.
Not since the incident.
As far as names, if you have to give your name, tell them to refer to you. I'll give you an example how I would do it. You may refer to me by the name Keeper. It's not your true name.
So, Captain?
Yeah. So you call me Captain, I call you Keeper, and we call this one Boy. I say pointing to Bigglesby.
I call him B.
Close enough. That's
I mean,
important for what we're doing, but there's more important.
what's
This
that?
Baba Yaga is clearly a fae of some sort. And Charlotte, at least the old one, clearly trusts her and sold her soul to it. I'm not sure we can trust her. I don't know. You weren't in the temple, were you?
No, but, here's the thing. I don't trust elves. I don't trust elf things. I don't trust anything that sort. Cause, well, my history doesn't exactly have a positive opinion. Heck, even as a pirate, I don't have good opinions about many people. But if you could trust me on one thing, it's never trust anything that's elfy.
I'll take your word on that. My point is, in the temple, Charlotte almost killed everyone but herself. She brought down lightning, it hit all of us. And she laughed
Right.
it off. She didn't care.
She tried to off you?
I think so. She played it like it was just collateral damage and unintentional, but I
That
think something might have to be done about her if we can't figure out how to free her and get her soul back.
that's a bit heartless. On her end, of course.
I want to help her, I really do. She seems like she's just a sweet girl who got tied up in some bad things, but a danger's a danger.
I mean, yeah, but well,
I just want to let you know where I stand and know where you stood. Should she happen to have some more collateral
Look.
damage in the near future.
I'm just gonna put it like this. Backstabbery ain't the thing I like. Even though I'm a pirate, we pirates still have a code of honor and stuff. It's complex and it's difficult to explain it all, but simply put, we follow rules that don't allow other pirates to backstab pirates.
Same backstabbing. I confronted her about it at the time. Hell goes with her. Shun and sorry, not Shun. Shinzo.
That's a different game.
Yeah. Shinzo and Ikaroth kind of stayed out of it, but point is, I don't think it'd be backstabbing because I've made my feelings about it clear, at least to her and everyone else. I'm just letting you know, at least my side of it.
Hmm.
That being said, let's do our damnedest to keep her safe. Well, save her.
Fair enough.
See, I think it was this way to that temple, right?
As the two of you head off towards the old temple, as you find it, you find the ruins pretty quickly. Looking around at it, you see that not much has changed. It's still old, overgrown, looks kind of rotten. But now that you know you're looking for where Charlotte used to live, you can see that this place wasn't a temple. It was a very large, ornately built house, made of stone and probably some form of lumber ages ago. As you look around and walk around the area, you can still feel some kind of unholy taint on the land. It still feels dark and twisted. But you can also, deep underneath it, you can feel a sense of there's something more here, something going on.
You know, if I were a paladin, I'd be freaking out.
Later, didn't really seem keen on coming here. But let me see if I can remember how to do this. Gotta remember what level this spell is.
What spell are you trying to cast?
Speak with plants.
Isn't that like first level?
Speak with animals is. I am not seeing speak with plants on first level.
Give me a second level spell.
Speak with plants 5e.
It's a third level spell.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't not cast that.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah.
Oh, we're off to a good start.
Great job, team.
Sorok is actually going to roll investigation.
Cool. What are you actually investigating?
Well, to see if there's anything off about the area other than the feeling of it.
It feels spooky. But
I mean, more particularly, like, is there, like, any symbols of note that we could take notice of, or...
you can go ahead and roll for that one.
Yeah. I can't... I don't know how to do that.
Amo, you want to give it a shot?
I'm going to kind of sit down, hold out my hand as the keeper symbol starts glowing.
Keeper symbol?
The mark that I got when I took on Digglesby.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm going to use my connection to him and the Fae and my now druidic magics to just try and connect with the land and see if I can get a better sense for where exactly that off feeling is coming from.
Roll me Arcana.
I'm great at Arcana. I rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
That is my worst stat.
You can roll again. I'll let you roll again.
I rolled a 5 this time.
Great job! Fucking damn it.
What was that? Intelligence was my dump stat. I wasn't planning on being a fucking magic user.
The two worst people to be doing this stuff.
Okay.
I either am blinder than a bat, or I'm probably not finding anything.
It takes, after you've searched for about 20 minutes, Sorok and Amo would hear high-pitched giggling coming from far above them.
Sorok just like, stops, looks over at where Bigglesby is, and also where our where my companion is at the moment. Like,
Yep.
was that you?
No, Captain. I
He,
don't believe it was.
as he then just simply grabs hold of a dagger from his boot as he
It's
looks
gone.
up. Wait, what?
Your dagger's gone.
He then reaches for his sword.
It's
Or
gone
saber.
too. In fact,
What
all
the-
your weapons are gone.
What
And then
the
you
frick?
and then you see your saber stuck in the ground with all your other weapons kind of like perched precariously on top of it inside its like handle guard. And sitting on top of all of them, like right on the pommel of the saber, is a fairy with large bee-like features.
Do I recognize it?
No. But as you look at this one, you see two more fly up next to it, who are different sizes. One is a pixie, the other is a sprite, and you recognize them as whiskey and vodka.
Okay. Well, ain't this serendipitous?
You're fun to mess with, Mr. Orc.
Coleman Captain.
They glance at Amo, then look back at Captain. All right, Captain.
Captain, this is whiskey, and this one's vodka,
Hey.
and I'm not sure who this shit stirrer is, but I know who he works for at least.
Name's Liquor.
So many double entendres.
I don't want to know what that means. Why you got that name?
Because I like drinking liquor.
Oh, that's okay. I could get along with you then.
Y'all need to go to horny jail.
I wasn't even thinking of the horny type of liquor. I was thinking he just liked licking shit.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you.
But yeah,
Three.
Captain would say, "Okay, I think I'm gonna get along with you."
Oh, they're all right when they're not trying to fuck you over.
True. So what's up? What's up, keeper boy? Why you out here?
Well, you know that old granny, right? Miss Charlotte?
Yeah.
Apparently she's tied up with a great mother of sorts, and we're looking into it.
Their brows all furrow in unison as they consider that. Great mother? You got a name?
Not for sure, but Baba Yaga has been suggested as the possible name.
All of them hiss.
I had a feeling. How bad is it?
The
Gee,
problem of this?
the queen. The bitch queen. Traitor. She's bad.
Okay,
She's bad news. She's the queen of the night hags. The worst of the worst in the lower plains. You're gonna want to be careful dealing with her.
what's a night hag?
Night hags are evil monsters that steal children, eat their hearts, and corrupt the innocent. They live to twist and torture and corrupt and destroy. And by doing so, they take the souls of their victims and use them to buy stuff on the lower plains.
Sounds like a bunch of dumb Old hags.
Yeah.
There's no profit in that.
Oh, there's plenty of profit in it. You know how much a soul goes for in the lower planes?
What, like 10 gold?
So, Rob,
Try a few thousand.
Oh.
you remember those sea princes? And how they were
Yeah.
defeated by 4 people?
Yeah.
One of them was able to use just 3 souls to buy an entire army to defeat them from the lower planes. That's how valuable it is. How valuable
He
souls are.
He just, like, looks over at Keeper for a moment. Like, what?
The 3 fairies all nod in unison if he looks back.
Yeah, I remember talking to Tarj. He told us how that's how it went down. I know
Right.
that remembers his name. It's also when we found out Granny didn't quite have all her soul intact.
Well, I guess we have a bone to pick with the Queen of Night Hags, then.
Kind of. You're fucking dead, kiddo. You don't pick a fight with the Queen of Night Hags. That's the quickest way to get your soul stolen. Well, one of the.
Well, I've been in through crazier plans.
That's not even a plan, it's just an idea.
Well, idea, plan, same thing. No plan, no idea survives the contact with the enemy, after all.
Meh.
True. I don't suppose y'all have any connections or information that might help us should we choose such a suicidal endeavor, despite how beneficial it might be to certain parties, namely in your circles.
They squint and shake their heads. We're not gonna help you with that. You have a job to do on this plane.
And what precisely is that now? Took care of the Sahagin.
The 3 of them point at Bigglesby, who just looks back at you and
And obviously I'm taking care of him. I'm just gonna abandon my son.
Well,
And I have
that's adorable.
Well, I do have to say one thing. If you're not willing to help, we could at least can you at least, like, contact others? I mean, it's not likely we'll give information away. Besides,
so they given us information we could give away to someone else. You think those are their real names?
And the 3 Fae just kind of nod in unison once more, as if agreeing with him.
Okay. Fight suicidal.
If you want to know what's going on here, though, we could help you with that.
what is going on here?
A long, long time ago, this place was corrupted. It was twisted. Destroyed. About 50 years ago, this place was used as a meeting site for a group of cultists who worship one of the demon princes. It was twisted, torn, polluted.
Which one?
Out of character, you already know that.
Which one would that be?
Zgutmoy, the demon prince of mold and mushrooms.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, well, anything else other than cultists? Like,
Does it need to be anything else? Whatever they.
They shake their heads. There is someone in town who worships Zugutmai, though. If you want to start doing research, you might want to start with him.
Oh, let me take a wild fucking guess who it is.
wait, who is that?
And with that mischievous cackle, the three fairies lift off, shoot into the trees, and disappear.
Thanks
Leaving
for
the-
a whole lot of nothing.
As Sora goes to pick up his equipment.
You find behind your saber is a very thin bottle of chocolate rum.
Well, he is definitely not decline. He's.
Reach for it. Amo just stares at you. Do you remember the second rule I told you?
Yeah, I remember. I was going to pick it up, but not accept it.
As you pick it up, you see a note on it that says, "Don't worry, we don't want you anyway."
Ha. Not like I need some pansy ass magic anyways. I'm a true orc.
Okay.
As the two of you are heading out of the forest, you would encounter the rest of the party, including Jace, coming towards the forest. And Bean, if you were going to have Charlotte do something, this is where you would do it.
Charlotte's whistling can be heard from the distance as you walk by the path. And you hear a rumble. A very odd rumble, like a and then a rustling in the leaves in the midst of the forest. She holds her key out, or what seems to be, well, you don't know what it's a key, but what seems to be a chicken's foot in the middle of the air, as if opening a door, and just waits. And out comes a giant hut. Very ornately made, almost to a very cottage-like and quaint degree, walking on chicken's feet. And then it slowly stomps right in front of the door, where she pulls her chicken's foot, inserts, and opens. Oh, she turns around to the party. More guests! It's been a while since I've had such a lovely time of visitors like this.
Oh, Charlotte, you're back. Yay.
We're having guests for
What
dinner.
the zog?
I look at the house. Look at Sorok. Look at Shinzo. CJ.
Well, come in, everyone.
Is this the? Is this the house?
What were you saying, Dingo?
I'm saying that when my eyes get onto Jace, he can just feel the suspicion just ripple off of me.
And you could feel Helika's eyes piercing your soul as she stares daggers through you.
He just meets
Now, children.
Oh
We want to be
no!
amicable.
I want that one's head by the end of this whole thing.
Oh, it's not worth the time.
Oh, but it'll make me feel so much better.
Sorry, I thought we were
Dear,
over all this.
dear.
We
Well,
finished off the temple.
if you're all going to come into my house with that attitude, I'd
Fine,
rather
I'll
you.
fight. No one.
Well, go on in, everyone.
I
To
look
the last
close
step.
and
I used Druidcraft to make a stump into like a proper chair and just sit down outside the house.
You're not going?
You think I'm walking to a Fae's house? I'm not that dumb.
That's a fair
Jace,
point.
Not a Fae.
Jace leans into Amo's shoulder. Technically, hags aren't Fae.
And technically, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Hi, my name's Jace Balerin. As far as you're concerned, I'm God.
As far as I'm concerned, you're just another pansy human. No offense.
What he said.
Jace actually looks kind of.
Less racist.
Jace looks a little offended at that. And then looks down at himself and just kind of shrugs, like, yeah, you're probably right. And then grins and waves his hand. You see blue energy sparkle from it, but nothing happens.
Ah.
Make me a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Should we even bother?
The DC is 28, so
Yeah, I
you
would have
know.
failed anyway.
We can't resist in his mind shit.
Oh, Amo, you're fine. It was only aimed at Sorok. Alright, please proceed.
Wow. Charlotte sees the little ant and looks at Jace. Well, that was quite an intrusion. Personally, if they were so adamant of being outside, I could have left them out with tea in the backyard. But, alright. In the door you go as well.
And, so everyone who's going in is already in?
Mm-hmm.
Well, proposedly.
Yeah, I mean, Shinzo's in
Charlotte.
there, so.
Icarus would head in
turns
last.
back in. No, she waits for Icarus. She is the last one to go and close the door. And inside, it is very neat, very meticulously placed. Is Violet here? Charlotte calls out.
Violet emerges soon afterwards. Oh, we have guests. How lovely.
Yes, indeed. Please take their coats and everything else. Get them all seated and make the tea. I'm thinking, Jasmine tonight.
I've been getting better at Jasmine.
Good.
She takes everyone's coats and equipment and puts them away, and a few moments later she rushes past and back into the kitchen.
The whole hut is beautifully adorned with floral decorations and many other very homely trinkets. It's quite comforting, just like going to Grandma's house. It's warm as the hearth of the fire is just continuously and endlessly going. And the small cottage is much more cozier with the ambience of everyone surrounding the table. It is already covered in doilies and little crochet pieces here and there, and many other plants adorning the corners of almost every which way you look. Well, about the incident of me. What have you found, everyone? And she looks towards Amo and Sorok.
Amo is still outside.
I don't know about Sorok. I'm confused about what happened to him.
No, I thought Jace.
Don't worry about what happened to Sorok yet.
Okay.
Well,
get outside.
That's always reassuring, the yet. It's always so reassuring.
Yeah. But in any case, yeah, Sorok, After interacting with Faye already, he's kind of on edge, so he's definitely hanging out with Ammo on that one.
Alright, good. Well then, I have plans for things, I guess. But now that we are all here, I'm getting cozy. Oh, Violet, the tea, is it ready yet?
A moment later, she brings out a large kettle of tea.
Good, good. So, plans. What do we do with Great Mother?
Destroy them.
She leans in on the table, looking at everyone. I want to know now about me. And why do you care so much?
I don't. Jace just kind of shrugs after saying that. Honestly, I'm just here because it was an interesting puzzle. I like an excuse to practice.
Puzzle, you say? Well, I have many puzzles here. She actually gives him something. A very strange looking jigsaw made out of wood. Something I made myself. Would you like to try?
He gently takes it and looks it over. And as he sips the tea that is delivered, he carefully examines it while half-heartedly listening in to the rest of the party discussing what they're doing.
There's something about this place that I want to tell you all. I don't really know what Great Mother has it out for me, why I am such this way. But I have a feeling there is something more than meets the eye, even beyond me and Great Mother. Something hiding here in Saltmarsh. But I'm not quite sure what it is. And she flicks back. Well,
Solved it. The rest of the party would suddenly glance over to see that Jace has indeed solved it.
oh good. Fascinating. It's getting a little bit boring just having you all listen to me. I want to have conversation. And on the table, she's just looking at everyone. Well, I did invite you all here, and as a host, I don't mind doing things, but, well, are we aimless or not?
I told you what I think. I think we should go and cut the head off the serpent.
I agree, in some case.
I agree too.
Okay.
I think it would be
Okay.
just so grand to kill a god.
Wow.
As much as I don't like the phrase, sure.
Oh, yes. Dear Great Mother. It would be so amusing. She probably might be even listening to us as we speak. I would love it if she was. To plan her own death. To plan something quite interesting and fun.
To plan murder.
Excellent.
As Charlotte's sitting amongst you in this very round, quite large table, enough for everyone to sit in. It seems like, and you almost haven't She's just so sly about it. She's been holding a deck of cards in her hands, shuffling them. Is everything
see.
alright, Helica?
Actually, mind if I step outside? I need to smoke.
The sound getting to you.
No, just need the pipe weed to calm my nerves. I'll be right back, though. But I do want to take you on a date after this.
The waifu collector never stops.
Her face sort of like looks very shocked at the very strong move and gesture, and she goes, "A date? Ugh, well, we'll see." She continues shuffling cards, very similar to the one that, well, some of you might have known is very familiar to fate cards or tarot.
Helica will stand outside, sits on the. Does your place have a doorstep or something?
Oh yes, it has a doorstep, a stairway, little patio at the front.
Oh yeah, she sits there, and if
There's hanging plants amongst you as well, as the smoke billows through the leaves.
Oh yeah. She has her eyes fixated on Amo though, as she's smoking her peace pipe.
After
Waved at you.
after a moment, Violet would step out with a platter with some tea on it and offer it to Amo and Sorok.
That's kind of you. I'll take the platter and just set it down on the stump next to me without eating it.
Sorok would do the same, but more of just holding on to it because, well, he didn't really was sitting anywhere, so eh.
Yeah. Well, the two of you now have your tea. All right. Are either of you actually going to try to drink it?
I'm not.
Sorok's not sure.
Actually, wait. Pretty sure I have detect poison.
No, it's not poisoned. There's also no magic in it at all. It's just tea.
Okay, I'll drink some. After eyeing it suspiciously, like in front of Helica for like a good minute.
Oh, she
Yeah.
doesn't take her eyes off of you, man. She wants, like, she's licking her lips at the thoughts of wringing your neck dry.
Well, the character is evil.
All right. Would Sorok be having some as well?
He'll taste it, and if it's sweet, well,
As you bring it up, you miss your mouth and pour it onto your shirt.
what the zog?
Do you have a
The
drink
smell
of it?
is very
Inside, Jace just suddenly grins and chuckles. I think your orcish friend just developed a drinking problem. As the rest of the party looks outside, they see Sorok continuing to try to drink it, but always missing his mouth.
Oh, goodness.
Shinzo would just stop cackling up, laughing.
Mm.
Oh, Jace, you quite a trickster, you.
Fuck!
Igarath would look at Jason and say, "You will have to teach me that sometime."
Oh, gladly.
Look, Sorok, it's just this easy, and I'll hand a cup to Bigglesby to drink some.
Pigglesby, with his tiny little dino arms, manages to just barely stick up the cup to the side of his mouth and pour it in.
It's pretty bad when a damn BT Rex can drink, but you can't.
We gotta
His whole
give
skin-
Bigglesby a tiny top hat.
I'll make one out of flowers for him.
Bagelsby is dapper as fuck.
With a tiny monocle.
Yes. All right. As we continue on, is the party actually going to say anything back to Charlotte?
In terms of, I had to go for a second. What was actually said for that short window?
Nothing. She's been monologuing this whole time, waiting for y'all to say something back.
Oh, I told her exactly that we either are going to negotiate and diplomats our way through with Baba Yaga, or it's like do we face the repercussions of what can go completely fucking wrong with Tasha coming after us should we do something to Baba Yaga?
Wow. As
Shinzo already stated he
Charlotte...
wants to fight Baba Yaga and kill.
That's one vote.
Charlotte agrees, though, but she ponders on the plan, and so far she has a deck of cards in front of her. One that she always keeps on hand when she's at home, especially. Very similar to one that we've seen before. But this time it's very pristine.
I have a couple questions real quick.
Yes.
Your group mentioned something about the Sea Princes. I glazed your minds to try and find out what they were, and I got something interesting.
Interesting.
What is it?
You said, according to what all of you have learned, the Sea Princes were driven off by a group of adventurers who sold their souls to someone.
Yeah.
And this someone is still in town, right?
That is correct.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Because guess what? I may have done something very similar in order to get this scroll here.
Pine water.
Pine water. I almost called some drink water. Pine water. Yes, we need to go and find that one.
More like sewer water.
I have a question for you then. If his job is done, and he has the soul, he got the souls he needed, why is he still in town?
Good question.
No one ever sat down to think about that.
Why would Baba Yaga have someone from 80 years ago still hanging around here instead of going somewhere more important? Why are the Fae so concentrated here? He says, glancing out at Amo.
Sips tea.
This is, from everything I've seen, just a simple fishing town. Why are there so many powerful forces interested in it?
Shinzo would grin and just kind of laugh a little bit. It's simple. 'Cause I'm here!
Something here. Something that I've been questioning myself for quite a while now. I mean, think about it. I mean, even looking at you, Helica. You could have already been to Neverwinter by now, but you stay. Why is that?
Well, because my ship is not repaired yet fully, and...
Oh yes, but if you were so urgent, you could just ask for another.
Fine. There are very intriguing people in this place that I've come into contact with, and I am in league with, and I really respect these people. I stay here because I have never had what you call friends before. So Yes, that if you want to answer this, I am here because of you all, and you are my friends, and I am grateful.
And she chuckles at that. Quite a endearing and sentimental thing from you. But people, and she goes to turn to Jace. We have people here of importance. But what do people want? Of course, things. Maybe there is something here that is of value. Something hidden. You are a person of logic, right? She looks at Jace still.
For the
I
most
could
part,
tell
yes.
by your work of puzzling. But there is something else that is needed sometimes to judge, and that is intuition.
Well, then that
I
raises
have
the
a
question.
feeling. Well, what is this thing? Hmm?
I know that sometimes you have to follow your gut as well. And what my gut is telling me right now is that there's a lot more than just the Fae, Baba Yaga, and a bunch of demons looking at this place. There's more going on here. A lot more. And I'm starting to think that you all, as the local heroes, might need to figure out what that is. If you want to do anything, you're going to have to figure out what's going on right underneath your noses first. I live by a credo. Knowledge is power. Knowing as much as you can gives you all the power you can have. So, before I go, and he stands up and puts his tea down, thank you for the tea and the puzzle. It was delightful.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
And
I hope
she
you...
actually hands over a pouch of biscuits as a souvenir.
Thank you. I'll be sure to share them with the rest of my friends.
Shinzo would stand
And
up.
I hope you all take...
Sorry, continue.
As... Go ahead.
Oh, Shinzo would stand up and look at Jace. Let me walk you back. I got a few things I'd like to talk to you about as well.
I hope the rest of you take this advice to heart. Learn all you can and use that knowledge.
With where I'm going, I have a whole lot of learning, and I have a lot of time. Thank you, Mr. Jace.
He gives a slight nodding bow to the party. And as he turns back, nodding to Shinzo, he vanishes in a swirl of blue lights.
And Shinzo goes with him.
And you see Shinzo vanish with a twirl of purple energy.
Wow. Both of them are gone.
Hmm.
Well, we know who we need to go and interrogate or question next. The saltwater person. And once we do that... But then again, what I may have done may have put a lot in jeopardy. Yeah. It's kind of hitting me now. But I think we'll be okay. We should fare well. Trying to be optimistic, of course. But...
We'll be okay. I only sold my soul. No big deal, right?
Well, let's see the outcome for things, right?
Yeah.
An approach.
Yes.
And she turns
Oh, go ahead.
She turns to you, her cards that she has shuffled the whole time, and places them down. But continue.
I'm going to get me a little bit of rest. But what are you doing with the cards?
I was wondering the same thing.
So y'all play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yugi boy.
I
She
summon
places
3 blue eyes in
six
attack
cards
position,
down.
and then attack myself for game. GG.
Hmm. We all have different approaches to things. And I've just been, oh. So one for Helica, one for.
What? What is it? What is you reading? Huh?
She's placed down 6 cards on the table, and she's like assigning them. Helica, Ikarath, Amo, Shinzo, Sorok, and me. Well, for you, dear Helica, you have death in the reverse. And she flips the cards to you, showing the face of it.
What?
Don't be worried. You do see an upside down image of a skeleton knight, or horseman per se, riding through, corpses underneath him. But that just means a change is about to be coming for you. Inevitable. Something that you might not accept.
That's a bit vague. But, I'll take it. I mean, I have to learn to change in order to grow, am I right? And
Right.
death symbolizes change, right? You must die to something in order to be reborn.
Perhaps with the route you're going as a lich, it would be wise that you embrace it rather than hold back.
I'm diving headfirst in it. But what is about the others? What does the others say?
Well, for Ikarath, now she flips the card over. The Emperor in the upright. Now this is interesting. Authority, being a king, being someone of power, but someone who knows the rules and when to delegate them properly. I believe your path in whatever we're going to be doing for now, it is best that you keep that in mind. You have been a great bond for us all, and you have been quite the negotiator for things.
The
Keep
glue,
that
rather.
diplomacy, and things will be going well.
Icareth is best snick friend.
Fascinating.
You didn't hiss enough on that.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Come on, what about the others?
Now for Amo. The Queen of Wands in reverse. She flips it up, and you do see an image of a woman holding a wand and a black cat underneath at the bottom. This is interesting. He has been quite cold lately, but the Queen of Wands is quite a creative one. It's a very mental type of energy here. And a little bit fiery because the wands deals with fire. I think it would be wise for him to be more open to his thoughts rather than closing himself off as he does. And she looks towards him in the yard. If he would just express his worries better, maybe things will be better for him. Oh.
Okay, bitch.
And now,
I mean, if I was in the room, I'd be doing an insight check, but I'm not, so I can't.
Ow.
Shinzo, the sun. In the picture, as she faces it towards Helika and Ikarov. Well, seems like
According to
things
the
will be going.
DMG, he immediately gains 50,000 experience.
Holy shit.
I am a god!
Well, Shinzo being Shinzo, things are going him. You do see the face of a bright sun, a child riding a horse in the midst of a field of sunflowers. Oh yes, his path is going quite bright. If he just keeps his optimism well, things will be going good for him outwardly.
Fair, I don't think he's smart enough to be pessimistic.
He really isn't. I mean, for crying out loud, if you didn't give me the stat list, like what all stats, should be or whatever, and I had to roll them, I was literally, if I had the lowest number possible, I was going to put that in his intelligence, because that's just how he is.
What could go wrong?
Exactly.
I don't
what could
know,
go
so
wrong.
that means nothing could go wrong.
Exactly.
Okay, so what?
Now, Sorok, our orc captain. She flips it over. The tower in reverse.
Oh shit. So I know about the tower. I don't know what it does in reverse though.
The tower is generally a bad one, but in reverse,
But in reverse, it is all quite ominous in some cases, depending on the situation. But since Sorok is not currently with me, I cannot refine the details. But you do see a calamity of people falling off from a tower. But in the reverse, it seems almost as if their feet or down to the ground as a crash of lightning hits the tower. He will be going through another type of change, much more different than death, though. But in some cases, very. What he will be facing is something he will ultimately try to deny, but eventually it would keep up. Sometimes you have to fall to rise again. And for me, should I even talk about myself? I've been talking way too much today. But she takes out the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The dealings.
America's favorite game.
Interesting. In it, you see 4 winged figures in the sky. A strange looking, unlike ones you do normally. And a looming devil and sphinx surrounding.
Look at your mom.
Well, for me, and I guess for what we will be doing in the future, Great Mother may be coming towards me in a way that I won't like. It's karma, I could say. This card is all about karma. But overall, and she looks at them, it seems like we'll be going through tribulations. Some that we will have to see in time to resolve. But is there any other questions you want?
Yes. Where can I have a sit down and rest my pretty eyes?
You do see at the corner there is a green hammock with a lot of beads woven in on the sides with tassels. And she points towards it. Oh, you can lay there if you want.
Still want that date though. When I get up.
She kind of like, she's trying to keep her wits together, but her face is sort of a little bit rosy. But maybe it's the lighting. Who knows? Fine, I'll entertain it once. But if you don't entertain me right, then it's no go.
Oh, you have no clue who you're speaking to when it comes to that. But we'll see.
Giggity.
I really feel like I should not be in this room for this.
She's knocked out.
Well, Ikarath, is there anything else you want to ask? Something personal?
I wanted to point out real quick at that statement. Like, you're talking to the woman whose father seduced a sphinx. You don't know who you're dealing with.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, I
That can hear
definitely know.
point from outside.
You know, come to think of it,
I had to calm down.
come to think of it, Charlotte, if you'd like a personal question, I do have one. What made you decide to make a deal with the Baba Yaga?
She looks at you with a neutral face and puts her cards down. You know, I wish I could remember, and I really want to. But the whole reason why I can't is probably part of the deal that happened when it happened.
That's a fair answer. Thank you for your
Thank you.
honesty.
Roll credits.
You're welcome. If anything, the courage to protect one person might just be enough.
I understand that as well. I made my pact to protect my people. So far, it's going well.
Well, then that's fortunate for you. But for me, it's not so quite.
Well, I will do whatever I can to help you reach the point that you can protect those you wish to and get back at whatever we need to.
Well, sure. I have many accommodations here, so you may all rest. And she looks outside. Oh, and you too, stop fooling around. If you're gonna get cold outside, then do it in a manner that's more appropriate.
Oh wait, I'm not muted. Ah! I mean, I got a big warm buddy right here. But I feel like you're talking about me.
I
Oh, who else?
No, like talking about me, not talking to me.
Oh yes, I was doing a little reading. Do you want to know what yours was about?
It is quite interesting, Amo.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Amo, your mom gay.
Oh my god.
All right. That is her decision, and I do not judge her for it. It's her own woman. I am glad that she is happy with her life, even though she's technically dead. But she was happy with it.
Now I feel like an asshole.
Anywho, Thorok would shrug and goes like, I slept in the frickin' crow's nest, and that was a lot colder than it is out here.
Wait,
Yes, but that's disrespectful on my part. As a host, I need to know my guests quite well.
you're offering us guest right?
Yes.
I accept.
Eh,
Then come in already. It's getting cold outside.
Yeah, I don't think you can fit Bigglesby though.
Well, Bigglesby can stay in the backyard.
Backyard. It's
Which
a
is the
walk-in
forest?
hut. There's no backyard.
You do
Everything's the backyard.
You do see that she does have a clear garden patch that wasn't there before, but when the moment the house like stomped down, it bellowed out at the end of the behind the chicken's feet, a whole patch of gardens and many herbs and flowers.
I'll actually stop just on the doorstep and look at Charlotte. I'd like to know something.
Right? Anything.
In the temple, what
Yes.
actually happened? What were you actually thinking?
I was thinking the most logical choice. For the part, I wasn't trying to kill you. So if you're that wary all the time, giving that look, and making Helica want to slice your throat or cut your head off, I'm merely just thinking of the end result.
What
Sometimes we have to do things that we don't like.
What about before that when you weren't doing anything?
Before,
When you were just standing there for a good 12, 18 seconds, staring into your book, doing nothing while everyone else was fighting for their lives. What was going through your head then?
patience. One which you don't have very much.
Patience for what?
Timing. Those I had faith entirely with you all, the skills that you need to fight other things.
So you were
My place and my time is where it needs to go.
So you either expected or knew we were going to be outflanked and didn't raise any sort of alarm beforehand.
Oh no, I was waiting for them to come. But if I did raise that awareness, then you would all not be standing as far as you were at the time and worried more about other things when I knew I could handle it myself.
You also had that fancy necklace of yours to use. That wouldn't have caused nearly as much collateral damage.
And then burn everyone.
We would have been out of range of that explosion. At least from what I saw when you used it before.
She looks at the side. But that particular move, or fireball per se, wouldn't be as effective.
I want to help. But I also can't trust you.
I don't need trust. I just need
Your soul.
well. At this point, I do understand your sense. I mean, look at me now. I am a mess. I'm not even a whole person anymore. But that was because I trusted too much. These days, I don't need it anymore. My operating of thinking is different to yours. But that's not what we need in this type of gathering and planning, this party we have. We just need to be there. things will work out.
That's
Just
not a
as
plan,
they
that's a hope.
No,
From what I can
it's not
gather,
hope.
at least Shinzo over there wants to go fight your great mother on a suicide mission. And you don't seem too keen on stopping him.
Well, to be fair, Shinzo's an idiot.
Yeah, he's the
Well,
only one I would have been able to read without actually like hearing the conversation going on.
We, of course, will not let Shinzo try and fight Mother on his own. We will take time and develop a plan.
if you are all so
How
wary of
powerful
that,
she
then
is.
I might as well just do
I
it myself.
I
I,
would have
I
to
want
say
to help you, but this is an impossible thing that we're thinking of doing. It's not how
Amo,
powerful we are, how powerful we get. That's a goal.
Amo, to put it in perspective, we watched our friend explode and then somehow show up on the same day, right back. Things can seem impossible, but they aren't always.
if you don't mind me stating, but I gotta admit, I'm a little insane at times. Heck, I'm even wanting to fight this Queen of Night Hags? Whatever the fucking hell those are.
Yeah, you got that right.
But I'm also understanding that this is probably the most ballsiest thing we'll ever do in our lives. Hell, maybe some of us don't even come out.
That's my worry. I care about all of you. Even you, Charlotte. As much as I don't trust you, I still care about you.
Wait, you care about me?
I mean, cute. You know, in a weird, awkward, you know, not like fucky cute, but like, I could see him dancing a jig and it'd be funny cute.
Ha.
In response to the statement about we saw Shinzo explode and then come back, I'm reminded of a very powerful quote from a wise man. You know, I'm a reasonable guy, but I've seen some very unreasonable shit.
Well,
Well
to
stated.
put that into perspective, if I was foolish enough to deal with Great Mother in the way that I am now, why not go all the way? I don't mind it, even if the logic or the sanity of it is questioned. I keep my spirits sound.
It's. I think the issue for Amo, as far as I could tell, he doesn't want to have the risk of ending up having to feel pain by losing someone. I know that feeling myself. I mean, Dad died and stuff.
You know, guys heard about what happened in Waterdeep, right?
What happened?
From what I hear was dragon attack. My brother lived up there, and that's for like 20 years. I've not sent a single word to him in 5, and he's probably gone.
Are you positive?
I'm not sure. You know how news gets around, some rumors.
You probably could try to contact him.
I think I haven't sent letters. Roads aren't exactly safe right now. The season's only just cleared up.
Yeah, there's kind of a fucking dragon cult thing going on. Which you can keep up with on our other show, Tyranny of Dragons, every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Good job.
Like,
Point is,
Point
family
is,
is pretty much just Bicklesby and, no offense, but to a lesser extent, you guys. I want to help, but I don't want to drag everyone else into their deaths because of it.
I'm not asking everyone to drag themselves into this. If they choose it themselves, then let it be. Death is an inevitable thing. Death is just merely change.
Do you think that makes it any better? Your son dies in war. Does it matter if he volunteered or is conscripted? No, he's still dead. He's still gone.
But yours, Helica pops an eye open. Oh, so much chatting about death, losing someone, but you still have the power to go on. That's what you do. You understand that these changes happen. You live through it, and you grow, and you carry the legacy on with you. I am a walking legacy of all the people who came before me. And Charlotte, whether you want us to or not, we're going to do our best to help you in your endeavor. So, no matter what you say, no matter how much you protest against it, everyone in this room will do whatever we can to free your soul once and for all, no matter how foolish it seems.
I don't think that's souls are currency in the pits. It's possible the night hag doesn't even still have her soul. That she already sold it to someone else.
Well, then we'll rip and tear our way through hell
Nice reference.
and find and track down her soul if we have to go against all the demon princes. Actually, second
Devils.
thought on that one.
Do you hear yourself right now?
To interject with a quick correction, Charlotte still has her soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would have no
She's
way
a-
of knowing that. I only know
Same.
what I've heard her say.
Charlotte, you might want to pop in and say that you still have your soul. You're
I was gonna say she just made a pact. She didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have very limited
s-
in-character knowledge. Go ahead.
That's fair.
I am still whole, but it's puzzling to say the least that I am not quite put together right. But I am still here, alive. And as long as you're living and breathing and able to think, then that is enough. You don't need whatever the concept of is.
But you still channel your power through Baba Yaga. Thus, you're still a prisoner in a way. Am I right?
Yes, indeed.
Exactly. So we will follow our lead to go to Pine Water and get some answers, and we'll continue down the breadcrumb trail of that.
You also got a lead for that?
A lead? Oh yes.
You remember the corrupted Glen area clearing?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently about 80 years back, back
50.
50 years back, when Pine Water was being his original douchey self, someone, God only knows who, had a cult of Zuckmoy fuck up that land. Might be why he's still hanging around. I think maybe before we're running off into distant realms to fight gods, we should talk to him and maybe talk to the druids I know, see if we can cleanse the land, fix it, undo whatever he's trying to do.
Maybe I can also make use of that dryad that was in the forest as well. I haven't spoke to her about what exactly the forest has been going through, but maybe we could also use that to our leverage.
Maybe.
That sounds fairly reasonable.
So I think
Don't mind me, I'm just going full Skeksis over here.
So who should we talk to first then? The Dryad or the douche?
Well,
When you put it like that, I mean, there's only one option.
well, that really depends on your point of view.
Sounds like the Faerun comedy sketch.
Yeah.
The Dryad and the Douche. Saturday 8, only on FBC.
Okay, Har.
Yo. Well, that's the thing. Couldn't out of character, couldn't we do that all next session, like all in one thing?
Oh yeah. This is all planned stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one's winding down.
yeah.
Right.
This one I'm going to call pretty soon. Shinzo did want to do his thing real quick.
Actually, I'm messaging you about that, so just you can end it
Oh,
whenever
no,
you're
we're-
ready.
Yeah. No. You don't get to talk to Jace off screen. You have.
Yeah,
No,
you don't
no.
get- yeah,
It's
no.
not talking Jace off screen or anything. It's just like a little wrap up thing, and you'll see how.
All right. If
I
I decide
just
I
said
want to
it.
do it on screen,
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
we're doing it on
It's still
screen.
up to you. Yeah, because what I'm gonna talk to him about isn't gonna like give out too much.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well-
Yeah, no worries about that.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
Helica does look to Amo and just says, "You know what? Even though I was giving you those looks of wanting to rip your throat out and eat your guts and spray your blood all over the floor, I actually don't mean that. I just don't want to see Charlotte hurt, and she's."
honey, you don't need to lie to me. If we fought, it would have been bloody glorious. I'm sure we both would have died, or at least you would have died, with honor and dignity.
Ah, yes.
I would have died shitting myself and screaming like a bitch.
She can't read minds. She doesn't know that I was thinking that.
No. But Helica is just all like the pride that she has that she would normally quit back with is like understandable. Like hell, just like I honestly would not underestimate that you could do that. But at the end of the day, we both want to protect Granny. But not Granny, Charlotte, and she means a lot to us, and it would not do good if we're always at each other's neck. So, I'm sorry. There. Yes, I'm that.
Wow.
I said like
That
a
was
look of, like
impressive.
surprise confusion. look at like Hera.
I guess you
Looks
do
like a
deserve
bird.
that date now.
I did not expect any of this to happen, but well done, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how I
Okay.
had an overarching plot for this campaign, and all of a sudden it's derailed into, all right, we're gonna kill Baba Yaga today.
Oh god.
Not today.
Well,
We're not ready
yeah, not
today.
today.
I guess that's where the campaign's going. I'll rewrite everything.
No.
Thanks,
No, no.
guys.
You gotta finagle something.
Wait.
The
Wait,
one
wait.
thing I am
Wait,
curious.
wait. What the fuck did she drink? What did Helica drink? Who gave it to her? Where can I get more?
And she gets out her peace pipes. Like, I just smoked some weed. Do you want any?
She gives it a sniff.
Uh,
That's opium.
Oh, we said it was weed. I must track that. Ah. Anyway, all that's settled. We all know what we're going to be doing. We'll try to go and talk to the Dryad first, since we're already here in the forest. Then we'll go talk to to Pine Water.
Right.
right.
Sounds reasonable.
Though, at that point, Charlotte, you mentioned something about cards or something along those lines.
Oh yes. Do you wanted to know what
Oh
I
god.
put out for
Okay.
you?
I don't know about Emma, but I
Sorry, there's an ad break real quick. Mommy Helica wants you to smoke your dank weeds every day. My little pork
Yes,
chops.
mommy, if I must.
why
For
for
my
fuck's
amusement.
sake?
Alright, I think this session's over, guys.
Yeah, we
serious
fucked it up.
today.
Oh my.
I think we're all gotten loopy at this point.
Yeah, I think this is a good point to call it for the evening.
Good grief.
I would say so.
Alright.
Well, did Sorok was saying something about the gods? Let's at least end that statement. What were you saying?
I was saying like, yes, I would like to know what the card said, and Charlotte was about to say, but
Oh,
got interrupted.
Sorry.
the card simply says, "You should be wary of what you're going through." The last time I read for you, if I can remember, was also something to do with change. Something big might be coming.
You're cutting out a
Something you
bit.
might like.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot. I'm not even getting a single word in.
Yep. The internet.
Give her a moment.
Oh, am I alright now?
Yep.
Sounds better.
Yeah, you're good now.
But no, I just have seen the towers in reverse for you, which probably means that in the nearby future, you'll be dealing with a great change or a breakdown of yourself of sorts that might or might not bring you to a greater place.
Well, that's honestly kind of creepy because that's exactly what I had planned for him.
No.
Oh no! The tarots all read true, and as I always practice, I am no.
Something be changing.
Oh, yes. Right here. She flips out the card. Let's see now. Oh, yeah, the face of it. And she actually, she's just had it in her hand, let's just say. And she gives you the face of it. And you do see an image of people falling from a tower that has been struck by lightning. But it's in the reverse. So it almost feels like they're descending or ascending upwards in a strange way.
Okay, what does that even mean?
It's exactly what you see in, how I would say. Now, these images are all symbolism. It's not to the literal sense. But for you, it means change, a breakdown.
It's literal. It means, Sorok, that you're going to come across a tower where gravity is reversed, and a whole bunch of bitches are going to fly up into a thunderstorm. Look,
Powered
don't
by-
question the cards. They're just weird.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Sorok's gonna be the only one not getting raptured. Got it.
Ow.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
Shinzo moment.
I don't get all this magic stuff. Y'all are weird in my perspective, but
Look, Sorok, it's not magic. Back to the fucking deck. It's a parlor trick.
you say that, but then again,
See, it's funny because that's how tarot actually works.
Well, we pirates are based off of luck, and luck is a major thing in our lives. Hell,
Look, it's not like it's the Zodiac, okay? It's not like she's reading your horoscope. I mean, that shit's real, but tarot cards, come on.
Zodiac?
Jesus.
What's a
Oh,
Zodiac?
I'm quite good at that too.
What the hell's a Zodiac?
It's a type. It's an archetype from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Out
No,
of
that's
character.
Zodiac.
I wasn't meaning literally.
Gamer.
I was talking about
Come on,
that
Hawk.
in character.
I am so
Dorok
glad.
doesn't know this stuff.
I am-
Some of this
I-
stuff.
I am so glad I got someone mad. With
Oh wait,
that.
actually,
I
all
feel
you
accomplished
talking
with
about
that.
Constellals, because Constellals will actually.
No,
I
I'm
guess,
talking.
No,
No,
Zodiac.
I was talking about Zodiacs.
Okay,
I know what
okay.
they are.
Okay.
I
Alright,
just wanted to see if someone was gonna get mad.
I think you guys should get together. And
I'm not
try
really
and
mad,
make
but
up a
yeah.
Zodiac, like a horoscope Zodiac for this world, just so we can like use it.
Oh my god.
Come on now, Hawk. You gave me the picture of freaking exiled tribe for my socials. All right, like
That's true. I did.
yes,
I think we're gonna call it here for now
yes.
because this feels like a very good place to leave off. And next week, when we return, we will be figuring out plans, following up more leads, doing more investigations, and getting some quest threads for the party to explore.
Okay then.
So,
Huck, are we not doing the Shinzo thing where he went?
No, that's
no,
Okay.
that's something I think we're gonna reveal later on.
Yes.
It's not important right now.
Okay. Carry on.
All right. So, thank you all so much for listening and enjoying this episode of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. My name is Hawk. I have been your game master today. Our players today were Quinn playing Sorok, the orc pirate. Shun playing Helica, the half sphinx, half human thirst queen.
That smokes weed.
Yep, smokes weed every day. Bean playing Charlotte, spooky mommy.
I guess
Amo,
I'll accept mommy now.
Amo, Bug Daddy, played by Dingo,
Peace, love, and coconuts.
and Ikarath, played by Ryan, who is here.
I'm here. Good night.
And Shinzo, played by Shinzo, the Shinzo.
Yes. Thank you for joining.
Artwork used belongs to Wizards of the Coast, the ones drawn by Shun or Bean, whom you can follow at Shunbun and at Magic Bean with 2 Ks and 2 Ns. Let's see. Artwork used also belongs to Paizo. Oh, well. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and Shutterstock, because they're definitely something I have to credit. Ghosts of Saltmarsh, Dungeons and Dragons, and all associated properties are copyright Wizards of the Coast. This has been a Prism Blade Gaming production. If you liked what you saw, if you enjoyed it, if you really loved us, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, smoking dank weed for Mommy Helica, and hit the bell. If you really, really enjoyed it, you can support us on Patreon, link in the doobly-doo. And if you support us at the highest tier, once a month, you can join any of our campaigns as a guest NPC. And do whatever you want to do with us. Other rewards include getting access to our personal server, joining in one-shot campaigns that we'll hold once a month, and all sorts of other stuff. We're also working on a merch store. As in, I'm looking for a merch store who will publish our stuff. And I'll let y'all know when we get that going. So, our next episode will be this Thursday for Tyranny of Dragons, and we hope to see you there. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank all of you for playing.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Well,
We the best.
and, you are and
Thank
if you
you.
wouldn't argue with me, I'd say you're better than Matt Mercer, but I know you get puffy about that.
I do get huffy about that. I know I'm better than Matt Mercer.
I would just say
I'm-
Hawk channels Matt Colville like to a T, like really good.
Oh, thank you. So, all of you, let's go start some Twitter beef with Matt Mercer, because that will work out wonderfully in the long run.
Oh yeah,
Please
definitely
don't
won't.
actually do that. I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, please.
Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thank you all. Y'all have a good one. Be good.
See
Be good
ya.
at it.
Have a good week, y'all. Yes.
Bye.